Good morning, everybody. Another adventure, another day. I'm gonna kick it off. It's just before 6:30 in the morning. We have daybreak. Would have left a few minutes earlier, but my coffee tasted too good. So we're leaving early today because we're supposed to get some stupid winds, remnants of that storm, tropical storm or whatever that hit the States. And 20-something kilometer winds from the north when I have to cross Simcoe is not going to be fun. So I'm leaving in the morning. Today's adventure is get to the lock at the top end of Couchiching, and let's time our way across the whole Trent out to Georgian Bay. Get a lot of questions on how long it takes to get across, so today we're going to get across and time it, see more or less how long it takes. From there I have other plans. I have to meet up with Forrest up in Perry Sound and continue heading north, but that's another adventure. We'll discuss that after. So for now we're all loaded up, ready to go. Everything's in there, good to go. All we got to do is push out, hopefully get across Simcoe before the wind picks up, which I think I will, which will mean I'll be a bit early for the locks, but that's not a complaint because I'll just fish Couchiching for an hour. But for now, let me get loaded up, untied, push out, and get over to the lock, and I'll check in when we're up there, and we'll start the adventure from there. So see you in a bit. Wow, that's a beautiful boat. That one, that's something like I need. A nice big fishing deck. These are beautiful, and that's close to my other one that I sold, but that thing's beautiful. But anyways, we've made it to the first lock here. I'm gonna guess it's 42 Couchiching or something. I don't remember from last year, but we still got about half an hour before it opens up. If it opens at 9, I don't remember that either. So, but yeah, it took us 1 hour and 42 minutes to cross from the split at the Holland River, across Simcoe and across Couchiching, and then this last little bit from Washego to here, about almost an hour and 45 minutes, 68 kilometers. And my average speed was only 39, but it got a bit choppy out there. And realistically, the purpose of this trip is not to try to pin it and beat speed records. It's just to see what an honest trip out would take across all the locks out to Georgian Bay. Plus I'm obviously fully loaded with camping stuff, fishing stuff, everything, so extra fuel consumption. Took me half a tank to cross Simcoe. That's a little more than normal, but it was pretty choppy. And we're down to 4 bars now, so we'll make it at least to Sparrow Lake, if not further, before we need gas. So yeah, right now we're just gonna wait for this lock to open up, and I'll check back in when we start moving and continue this adventure. So see you in a sec. Alright guys, so we're in the lock now. It's one of the first and few times I've actually been in a lock a minute before it opens, so no complaints there. And it is 42 Couchiching, like I said. So it's 9:03 right now. We've already started going down. Gonna get to the bottom, head out, and let's see how long this adventure takes us. We'll check in soon. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're pulling into the next lock here, Swift Rapids. Our current stats are 3.5 hours, average speed of 23 because of all those slow zones. And we've traveled a total of 85 kilometers, just over. But we're getting there. We can do this a lot faster if there wasn't for the no wake zones. But it is what it is. Let's get into Swift Rapids and I'll check in once we're inside the lock. Alright guys, so we're halfway down Swift Rapids lock. Started at 55 feet, we're down to 25, so a little more than half. This is, I'd say, the top 3 tallest drops. I think it's a toss-up between Peterborough and this one, and Kirkfield's not far off, but those are both lift locks. An actual pub lock like this, I believe this is the biggest drop. So we're gonna get to the bottom. We're beeping for fuel, so we need to start looking for gas now. But we'll pull out of here when the gates open up and keep going. See you in a bit. Guys, so we had some gas stops here. Saw a gas station anyway, so I stopped. The Tamarack Park and Marina. Not too bad. Filled the whole tank with 60 bucks. It's a very empty run. I guess gas prices aren't that they're premium without the traffic here. But we're 4 hours and 10 minutes in, 90 kilometers, average speed of 21. So let's get going to the next lock and we'll check in when we get there. Alright guys, made it to the big chute. It's 11:22 in the morning. We are exactly 4.5 hours into the trip. Average speed of 21 kilometers. And we've done 96.5 clicks. Realistically, I didn't need to get gas back there because there was gas here. I had 2 bars. Knowing that empty 0 bars is at least 10 liters, I probably could have made it right to Severn across all of it before my first fill up, but better safe than sorry. So right now I'm just sitting here. The carriage, or whatever you call this one, isn't here. It's at the bottom, probably loading up. So just waiting for it to get up here, and we'll continue our journey. Speak English. We'll continue our journey. So I guess we'll check in once we're loading up and getting in, and there's the Kawartha Voyager. Alright guys, not sure if you could see that far with this camera, but the carriage is just coming over the crest of the hill. I see one pontoon boat on it. It's just gonna slowly get its way into the water. Boat's gonna pull out. We're gonna pull in, and down we go. the bottom. No talking, let's just keep going. I think Forrest's leaving work in 20 minutes, so I have to make up some ground here. So we'll see you on the road as well. Alright guys, made it out bottom of lock 45, 5 hours and 30 minutes, 106 kilometers from where I started. Probably a little, add another 4 or 5 because I didn't start at my house. I started it at the split, but we made it. We're here. Lots of extra current at lock 45, as is, I'm reading all over Facebook, construction, but it's not too bad for a sea-doo. So from here, this wraps up this adventure, and I still have a couple hours to go before I get to my destination, where I'll be meeting up with Forest Sound, and then we have a bit to go from there till we get to our next adventure. So for now, thanks for watching. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, leave a comment, hit that bell for post notifications, and whatever else is in that spiel. Hey, this is where I had that big muskie last year. Anyways, shit, do I have time to stop and pass it? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you soon on the next adventure. Peace. Alright guys, for those of you that stuck around after the logo, and for those of you that are curious, the return trip, as you can see, I got rid of all my weight, all fishing stuff, camping stuff, everything. Left it with Forrest up in Parry Sound. All I took with me was fuel, and the intent was to try to see how fast I could get back. Now unfortunately, Georgian Bay was a shit show. Strong winds, 1 meter swells almost. It wasn't fun. Simcoe's always a pain in the ass. The locks, total maybe 45 minutes of waiting combined for all 4 locks that I had to cross. And that brings us now to this point at the split where we started timing the other way. And I'm at 4 hours and 18 minutes, which is a lot better than 5 hours and a half. But either way, we made it. One piece, nothing to complain about. Thanks for sticking by. Probably can't save much more time unless the locks are waiting for you. So, see you on the next adventure. Peace.